Hello, everyone, and welcome to part 3 of the Deep Culture Podcast Ultimate Bracket Beatdown. I am one of your hosts, Tanner Blakely.
I am Dan Nahar.
Michael Simonson here, rounding it out. Real quick before we start, just want to recap the rules. We're going through TV anime in this bracket. We've gone through superheroes. Our superhero winner was Superman. And then the last winner in the movie bracket was Emperor Palpatine. So we'll vote on the entire TV anime bracket. Danny's already used a veto, but Tanner and I still have a veto, and that veto can be used only once throughout this tournament. But majority gets someone to advance, and that's all the rules. If you need any more clarification, go back, watch our episodes. Way more detail in the previous episodes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's dive right into the TV anime cartoon bracket. In this first matchup, we have the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers versus Mewtwo.
I'll start. I will talk about the Power Rangers. First off, the Power Rangers are very appealing because they're all different colors. And there's multiple of them. So you would think a team up. I don't know too much about the Power Rangers. The only season I watched of the show, they didn't spend too much time as the Power Rangers. But I do know about the Power Ranger curse, and that is not good things happen to Power Rangers after they're a Power Ranger. So I want to pick Mewtwo in this situation. I don't think the Power Rangers are very good or cool.
Okay, I would say that I'm a huge Power Rangers fan, but I'm also a huge Pokemon fan. So Mewtwo being a legendary is really putting me in a tough spot. I'm going to say against my better judgment that a White Ranger-led Mighty Morphin team may be able to take Mewtwo down or at least contain Mewtwo because, for a little bit, he was kind of controlled by Team Rocket, even though he's kind of manipulated. But that's really close. I'm just putting a lot of love in Tommy. And the best Power Rangers medium, Power Rangers Comics, Boom Studios is doing an incredible job with that comic series. It's really fleshing out the Rangers as a whole. You're seeing them do a lot more feats and a lot more in-depth characters rather than just being teenagers with attitudes and crap. So it's a lot better. So Power Rangers 5.00001 times out of 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Morphin time! I'm taking the Power Rangers because Mewtwo, yes, he is a legendary. Yes, he is a psychic type. But if there is one person that can essentially overcome being mind controlled, it is Tommy Oliver, the White Ranger, the Green Ranger, the red, the black, then red again, or something like that. I don't know. He's like 12 Rangers at this point. Give me Tommy with an Omni Ranger, or with the Omni Morpher. Game over.
Oh, I need to be a team effort. It would need to be Zords, and it would need to be a lot. But I would tend to agree.
I think the numbers game comes into play here when you have 5, potentially 6 Rangers against 1 Pokemon.
Honestly, I picked Mewtwo just to anger Tanner, and I also thought Danny was going to go with Mewtwo. I'm a little surprised. So
I thought you were too.
I was trying to get Tanner to burn the veto right here, but he didn't have to do it. So I'm not too emotionally invested in this one. I don't know too much about the Power Rangers, I guess, to pick them. So that's why I went with Mewtwo.
That's fair. That's fair. We have the homies, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, moving on to the second round. Who will they be facing, ladies and gentlemen? Goku or Gyarados?
Okay, I'll start this one. And once again, I love Pokemon more than anything. Goku is probably the most powerful being in any medium, in anything, in comics, in anime, in movies, Goku is probably like an omnipotent being. He's literally god level, destroyer level. The guy can blow up planets. He's a galaxy breaker. It's Goku 1,000,000 times out of 1,000,000 times. And God bless Gyarados, man. I love Gyarados, but bad matchup.
I was gonna say Goku like 100 over. Like this isn't even a question at this point. Like Goku is the favorite of this bracket in my opinion, and he's getting the respect he deserves in this round. Clean sweep, I think. This is not even close.
Yeah, no, Goku, definitely a powerhouse. I don't think there'd be any chance for Gyarados, or honestly any Pokemon. I think Goku is, like Danny said, I don't know if he is the most powerful. I don't think you said it was the most powerful, but he's definitely up there. Goku, his abilities. So, yeah, Goku sweeping. Get that broom out.
Yep, broom. Goku moves on to the second round. Next up, we have a very, very fun matchup here. We have Marceline from Adventure Time versus SpongeBob SquarePants.
I'll start on this one. I know a lot of SpongeBob, but SpongeBob's kind of a wimp. So I guess I'm going to go with Marceline. Never watched Adventure Time, but SpongeBob's abilities are blowing bubbles and catching jellyfish and fry cooking.
And the occasional karate.
Yeah. He's not very strong, can't lift very much. Kind of indestructible, though. As we saw him try to get beat up, or he didn't try to get beat up. Someone tried to beat him up in one episode. Yeah, and just the whole time. But he's also fast. He can run to that mountain real fast. And we had to watch him do it again. But I'm going to go with Marceline, even though, once again, never watched Adventure Time. So,
Tanner, you up. You up.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. I'm going to take Marceline as well. She is half human, half demon, full vampire. She telekinesis, pyrokinesis. She doesn't even need to like drink blood. Apparently, she can just drink the color red, and she's like satiated by it. So Marceline sounds OP. Plus, she also has like this awesome like axe-looking bass. She just plays bass riffs all the time. So yeah, I'm taking Marceline.
Yeah, clean sweep, man. Marceline, the vampire queen. You got to go with Marceline. She's able to transform her body, super strength. Her one weakness is like typical vampires, the sun. But Marceline, man, HBO Max, by the way, coming out with those Adventure Time specials here soon. 1 hour specials, touching my heart, pulling my heartstrings, man. I'm excited.
All right, Marceline with the queen sweep into round two. Next up, this is a fun one. I'm very disappointed by my research in this. Disappointed by what I found, not my level of research. Next up, we have Eric Cartman versus Timmy Turner.
Okay, let me start this one because I just now thought about this, okay? Okay. Eric is literally a sociopath in every form of a sociopath. And I don't think his intelligence is like given a lot of credit because he's a dipstick. About cuss. He's a dip, but he does a lot of smart things and it actually ends up working. But the big handicap in this is you would assume Timmy has all the ability to win this, right? But the rules, like it's on that book, they can't help him win a competition, and this is a competition. So Eric literally kills Timmy, probably feeds him to Cosmo and Wanda, and moves on to the second round. Eric.
Do you want to verbatim read of the rules?
Maybe not the entire transcript.
Yeah, not the whole rule book, please.
No. Just there's 2 points in particular that I found. It's number 2 and number 4. So basically, number 2 is a godchild cannot wish or use magic to win a competition because that leads to cheating, which leads to disqualification for the godchild, and they will lose. This rule also applies to any wishes where the results would allow the child to win a competition but only become an issue when the competition begins. As an example, Timmy was free to wish that he was super intelligent, but his new intellect vanished when he was competing in a game show against another school. This does not, however, apply to magic competitions, such as a magic duel, though there still are limitations. This rule is rarely enforced when wishing for someone else to win a competition. Then number 4, which is a really short one, fairies cannot directly kill, maim, or injure living beings, but their magic can if it does hit the person indirectly. So basically number 2 is the out for Timmy Turner.
That was a long rule. Oh my gosh.
This rule book's pretty extensive.
Yeah, not a fun read.
This is very easy. Eric Cartman is not get his power will not get enough credit in this bracket. He has led a civil war movement, literally, over beer, where he had a whole town go through other towns just because they ran out of s'more-snobs. They took down Mecha Streisand, which was a giant metal Godzilla-like Barbra Streisand. He's been to space, survived it. He literally fed his arch nemesis his parents because he is a sociopath. He is so smart. He's a superhero. He wins telekinetic battles. He eats the skin off fried chicken and then puts it back. There's nothing he won't do to win. So I think he's a dark horse in this bracket. I think he is.
Okay.
Cartman, easy.
So, unfortunately, that means Eric Cartman is moving through with the unanimous decision.
Unfortunately,
because I wanted Timmy to win. This matchup, by all accounts, should be won by the godparents and Timmy, but the rules are the rules.
The rules, yeah.
So that puts Eric Cartman into the next round and on to the next matchup. We have Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! Versus the flame Pokemon Charizard.
Let me take the lead on this one real quick. Okay, so I was really back and forth with this. Charizard's my all-time favorite Pokemon. Yugi has the Millennium Puzzle. So without the Millennium Puzzle, he's just a dweeb, hangs out at his grandpa's shop a lot. But it's not like a card duel. It's not like, Charizard's trying to draw Exodia or a Blue Eyes White Dragon. I think Charizard's mad enough, just goes over there, flamethrowers Yugi, seismic tosses him, man. Ends this quick. I'm going Charizard. 10 in, get those cards out of his face, Charizard.
The only way that Yugi could even have a shot is if this battle takes place on the card deck simulation battlefield, and a Charizard comes in, and maybe he gets lucky with an Exodius play. But other than that, it's Flare Blitz Charizard all day.
Charizard. I just remember how important it was to have a Blue Eyes White Dragon, though, back in the day. If you did not have one of those, you were a lame kid. You need to go home. Charizard. Yeah. But Charizard, he'd win.
All right. Another 3-0 for Charizard. Moving on. Next up, this one is weird. We have Cell from Dragon Ball Z versus Dwight Schrute of Schrute Farms, Scranton, Pennsylvania.
I'll start on this one. I think there's an obvious winner here, but I don't want to discredit Dwight Schrute because he's a very goal-oriented person, and usually anything he sets his mind to, he does. He is a good killer of human things, things we have to interact with. But Angela's cat. He killed a werewolf once. That turned out to be the neighbor's dog.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. But he also knows how to deal with vampires. Cell, definitely.
Dwight, very quick on the draw with pepper spray, but not quick enough for his superhuman pretty much godlike entity as Cell. This is Cell 1 billion out of 10. Over 9,000 out of 10.
Oh, nice reference. I'm going to say something to really toss some salt in some wounds here. I don't like The Office. I don't like The Office. I love Parks and Rec, and it's not just because I'm a Parks and Rec guy.
Have you given The Office its fair shake?
I have. I really have.
How far have you gotten into it?
I mean, dude, I can't. I mean, I sporadically. I can't watch it from season 1 on. I swear, I don't know why. I love the actors, but no, I'm a Parks and Rec guy. Cell beats up Dwight and takes his glasses 10 out of 10 times.
I will say there's some people that like Parks and Rec more than The Office, but The Office is, I think it's one of those shows you just like or you don't like. Like, I mean, same with like Friends.
It's a very specific kind of humor.
Yeah, some people like to, say, "Oh yeah, I watch The Office," but they probably, they don't care. It's like the cool thing to do is just watch The Office. But Parks and Rec kind of, like the first 2 seasons, it starts as like a serious show, and then after the 3rd season, it just goes into like, how crazy can we make, like, we're just gonna really pick on Jerry. Like, you know what? Like,
yeah, I really like that. I wish I had a Jerry at The Office right now.
Get one.
I'm getting there. I'm trying.
Hire someone and name them Jerry.
All right, that is a clean sweep for Cell. Next up, we have Daenerys Targaryen, first of her name, Queen of the Andals and the First Men. Oh, that whole rigmarole. Versus
Mother of Dragons.
Versus Baymax.
I'll start. Didn't watch Game of Thrones.
Boo! Boo this man! Boo!
The problem with Baymax, though, is he needs some help. Even though he is a healer, he's a health bot. I just don't think he's very violent. So in a matter of trying to beat the other person, I just don't think he is programmed that way. And even if he was, all he did in the movie was fly around. So I'm going to have to go with the other. It kind of lagged out when he said the name, and I didn't want to mispronounce it and sound like a loser. So,
okay, so I'm assuming Daenerys has Drogon, Viserion, and Rhaegal, her 3 dragons. I'm going to say this, though. Daenerys was such a good character in the show. So in the books, you're so far behind in the books now. Like, George R.R. Martin probably going to die before he ever finishes those dang books. So
there it goes. And there it goes.
So I'm going to say, back to what I was saying. The character of Daenerys was ruined in the last season of Game of Thrones. She became she broke character so much. I almost want to go Baymax just out of spite for I am. I'm going to go Baymax out of spite for the last season of Game of Thrones.
Wow.
I think he swoops in, slaps Daenerys off Drogon, and heals her later. But I'm going to go Baymax because they ruined Game of Thrones with the last season.
There we go.
I'm going to go Daenerys. I also agree that I wasn't a huge fan of her character, but I could see what they were trying to do. I could see the whole idea of like absolute power corrupts absolutely, where she leads the attack on King's Landing and just burn it all to the ground. Like I can get that from her. John's actions afterwards, I didn't think were questionable. I thought he did the right thing, but that's a different discussion for a different time. Daenerys wins 2-1 in this situation. With Daenerys moving on. Next up.
That just kind of rolled into the next one.
I'm getting real good on my transitions, I think. Next up, we have Naruto versus the Powerpuff Girls.
I'll just say Naruto. I don't care about this one too much. So Naruto.
Harsh.
Uh,
Girls growing up on Cartoon Network. Buttercup was obviously the coolest one. She's the toughest fighter. But I'm gonna go. If you guys didn't get that, that was in the theme song of Powerpuff Girls. I'm gonna go Naruto though. Nine-tailed Fox, Chakra. He's Hokage. Naruto. But I don't think it's as easy as people would like to believe. I'm gonna go Naruto 6 out of 10.
wow. Okay. So I know nearly nothing about Naruto. I know that he can do a couple things. I mean, I know he can like duplicate himself like Doctor Strange, super speed. He's a ninja. I'm assuming he's a really good fighter. I think he could probably take on the Powerpuff Girls, and I think he could win as well. Although,
what were the Powerpuff Girls' name? Blossom, Bubbles, Buttercup?
Buttercup.
Oh, yeah. Look at me. Also,
the creepiest villain as a kid, too. I don't know if you guys remember him.
Mojo Jojo.
Mojo Jojo is the greatest villain of all time. I need a Powerpuff Girl movie just for Mojo Jojo. That's literally it.
A live action.
Yeah, that's it. Him was very creepy though. If there was ever an episode with him, I'd be like, turn off.
Yeah, it was eerie.
I'm gonna hard pass on him.
Sure. Can't deal with that.
All right, next up, start of round 2, ladies and gentlemen. We have the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers versus Goku.
Goku.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is where it gets interesting.
Jesus, Tanner, don't do that.
Okay, hear me out. I'm going to ask you a question. I thought about this today. I asked Hallie. She said that sounds fair. Do you think Goku has a chance to win this bracket?
Yes.
Oh, I think
he's the clear winner.
Okay, then I'm not going to use my veto. As much as I want to, I want to keep the sanctity of this coveted tournament pure. So I'm not using my veto. Although I will pick the Power Rangers, just out of spite.
Nice.
So, Goku into the Final Four. Reluctantly, much to my chagrin. Next up, we have Marceline versus Eric Cartman.
I'll start once again. Like I said, Eric Cartman is just a small child, but his capabilities with having no powers and just lucking into things with his sheer ignorance is amazing. And there is nothing he will not do to stop anyone or anything. So, Eric Cartman.
I say Marceline, but I will give Michael credit that like Eric somehow could probably like accidentally push her out a window during daylight, you know what I mean? And like somehow move on like that. But I'm going to go Marceline, Vampire Queen, rocking that base.
I'm going to take Marceline. I'm going to take Marceline as well. I just think there's too much. Eric's just a kid, just a dumb sociopath. Doesn't know anything. Just ignorant. Although I will say the Stick of Truth was really fun to play.
I like the fractured but whole.
Butthole. Not the other one where they're condensed. There's a space there.
But the like keypad to his lair, the Coon lair, whatever it was. I think it was like DC sucks or something, or it was like it was something like
I think it was Marvel sucks, wasn't it?
What is it?
I thought it was Marvel.
There was one. It was like Marvel sucks or Tom Brady. I can't remember what it was. Dang it, because I remember laughing so hard at that. But the humor too. Also, I'm going to use my veto. Boom, there you go.
You're serious?
Yeah.
Wow. Michael uses his veto.
Oh,
unbelievable.
100%. I told you guys. You guys show love for Cartman.
In the upset, probably of the bracket so far.
Yeah, that's huge.
Unbelievable. What a way to go out for Marceline, though. I feel bad for him, man. Losing to just some fat kid from Colorado.
We have this joke in fantasy football that there are Michael guys, and they're the people I take every year, or for some reason I just like. And I like to think Cartman is a Michael guy, even though he is a child. So,
Is Julio Jones a Michael guy?
Julio Jones is close to becoming a Michael guy, but he's not there yet.
Who are your Michael guys for fantasy football?
Michael guys, I'll tell you two. Alvin Kamara, because he won me 2 championships in the same year. And also Emmanuel Sanders. Those are my 2.
Solid.
Yep.
Solid. Next up, we have the flame Pokemon Charizard versus Cell.
So.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it too much because it breaks my heart, but I'll go Cell.
I'm gonna go Cell as well. I think it's just too much for Charizard to handle. Cell snuffing out the flame of Charizard with the clean sweep, which is unfortunate because like it breaks your heart when little Charmander's like flame is just like flickering. You know,
that was a sad episode, man. Honestly, that really touched me.
It did. Next up, we have Daenerys Targaryen versus Naruto.
Yeah, Naruto. I think Naruto takes it.
Yeah.
Naruto, he's got some pretty impressive feats. In the new season of Boruto, he's fought gods. So Naruto, 10 out of 10 times. Still really salty over that last season. Refilm it. What's that? There was a hashtag. There's a hashtag like refilm season 8. And I'm going to try to bring that back. Refilm it.
Let it go, man. It's over. Just let it go.
I'll just go with Naruto too. So, yeah.
Yep. Naruto as well. Clean sweep for Naruto into the Final Four.
We're agreeing a lot.
Yeah. I feel like this bracket's, pretty cut and dry for the most part, other than somehow Eric Cartman beating Marceline. Unbelievable.
Gotta show some respect. Put respect on that name.
Put some respect on that name.
No respect.
I'm gonna put up the meme of the gif of the kid with the Jeter hat.
I'm gonna try to insert that in here at some point. All right, top of the Final Four round, we have Goku versus Eric Cartman. No running. There's no running for Eric Cartman. He is dead. Deader than a doorknob.
He's gone.
There's nothing left of Eric Cartman. No single atom exists of Eric Cartman.
Now, I will say I did put respect on that name. I respected his authority, but Goku definitely would win. I loved Dragon Ball Z as a kid. I think I wanted to be Goku for at least 2 years, even though I was a huge Vegeta fan too. Piccolo.
Vegeta's that dude.
Oh my God. Piccolo? What?
Hate him so much.
What? Piccolo and Gohan, man.
Gohan and Trunks. I love their fusion. It's so good.
I feel like Piccolo was that guy that everyone's like, oh, he's so good, and then it was like, I don't feel like he really did much.
Nah, yeah, I can see. He got strong, but I mean,
he was good, but when it came time to it was like, where's Goku at? We need you, But
I would say that Goku instigates a lot of the crap he gets into, though. I'm not a big Goku fan, even though I respect him. But all the time, he's just starting crap. He's like, I'll fight you. Like, he doesn't raise his kids. He doesn't pay for his house. His wife's up there struggling. Goku is a terrible father and has got the earth in.
Oh my God!
Gohan, Vegeta's a good father. Piccolo's the best dad, raising Gohan out there. Goku's a jerk.
Those are some serious allegations.
Heated.
Those are some serious allegations. Goku, terrible father. Print it.
Goku, terrible father. 3 out of 3.
But he also wins 3-0. So. Oh boy, who is Goku facing? Gentlemen, will it be Cell or is it Naruto?
I think even low-tier Dragon Ball characters are god tiers in any other anime or most other animes. So I think Cell and Naruto actually end up being a pretty decent fight with maybe some of the more like higher level Naruto stuff. Like I said, he has been able to fight gods, and he probably could destroy the earth, I guess, if he thinks about it. But like Cell, like a flick of the wrist, that dude blows up the planet. So any low-level Dragon Ball characters are high-level everything else. I'm going Cell probably 9 out of 10 times.
Cell.
I'm going to go Cell 8 out of 10 to be that.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Just because I like agreeing with you guys.
Just because we don't want any conflict on this show.
No conflict. No more.
And here we go. The final round. I would assume if you filled out this bracket that you probably had this final matchup similar to ours. Goku versus Cell. Winner takes the TV, anime, cartoon bracket.
Goku, because he is the ultimate Dragon Ball Z character. I think whenever you always see like these who would win, Goku's always one of the people. You don't really see much of Cell, even if he is more powerful. But I think Goku, just because I like him more. So Goku.
So this is the first time that one of our matchups actually happened, right? I think Goku Cell.
Yeah, it was in the TV show. Yeah.
Yeah. So my thing is
happened too.
Which one happened?
Well, actually, Superman and Shazam and Vader and Palpatine.
Oh, you're right. Crap. Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Danny doesn't watch any of our episodes, obviously. He doesn't.
You just blacked out.
I just been here barely. So you guys like comics and stuff, right? I don't know. Okay. So, recapping this, Goku now wipes Cell out. But when Cell and Goku fought, Cell beat Goku. Cell beat Goku. And Super Saiyan 2 Gohan was born and whooped up on Cell. But where Goku is now with Super and everything, I think Cell's done for. But it'd be cool if they brought Cell back, kind of like they did with Frieza, let Cell train, whatever, get God Kai. Yeah, but Goku, he's the embodiment of overpowered.
Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan with the pink hair or blue hair, whatever color, doesn't matter.
Blue.
Wiping the floor with Cell.
Yep.
And the beans, what are the beans called?
Senzu beans.
Yeah, senzu beans. There's actually funny story. I might save this because obviously Goku wins this bracket, ladies and gentlemen. Hooray! Pat on the back for Goku. There's an animated. We all knew it was happening. Come on now. How mad would you have been if I used my veto to get Goku out?
If you would have done that, it would
I
have
would
made.
have put Cartman ahead of the Power Rangers. I would have vetoed them in the next round.
Cartman,
Actually, I couldn't have because
God.
no. Okay, I couldn't have done that. Never mind. But I would have tried.
Anyways, I was saying there is I don't know. It might be Mighty Raccoon again. Mentioned him a lot. Go watch his stuff. He's really good. I think he did a Goku versus Superman video. Or no, I think it was Death Battle from Screw Attack. I think it was then. So I'm gonna have to rewatch that video just to see what they do, because they did some hardcore research too, and I think they looked at it pretty objectively. I don't remember who wins in that matchup. I don't know. I really don't remember.
What's the next bracket? Since I'm the least coherent of our team here.
All right. So the next bracket is based on video game characters.
Okay, yeah.
Are some of the, I would say, some of the most famous historically, and then some more recent big name characters. First matchup, we have Sonic the Hedgehog versus Scorpion from Mortal Kombat.
I have a special place in my heart for Sonic. Sonic 2 specifically.
Okay. The Sega version?
Yep.
Solid. Next up, we have Sub-Zero versus Ezio Auditore.
Nice.
Next, we have Nathan Drake versus Kratos. And boy, oh boy, is Nathan in for a rude awakening.
Could you imagine that setup? He just walks in.
You just see Leviathan come in from the darkness and just hit Nathan just square in the forehead. He's done. That's how this fight's going to go. Next, we have Link versus Bayonetta. We have Samus Aran versus Dominic.
Is it like a self-titled game, Bayonetta?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I only roughly. I feel like it's like a Devil May Cry type of game, is what it reminds me of.
It's similar in ilk to Devil May Cry. Yeah.
Okay.
Next, we have Samus Aran versus Dominic from Gears of War.
Oh.
That's a good matchup, I think. Next,
I like it.
Yeah. Next up, we have Geralt of Rivia versus Bowser.
Oh.
So
Toss a coin to your Witcher, man.
Yep. Toss a coin. Oh, Valley of Plenty. That song's going to be sang at some point next episode. Probably the first time. Next up, we have Master Chief versus Donkey Kong. And then to finish out the bracket, we have Ryu or Ryu. Do you say Ryu? I think the correct pronunciation is Ryu.
Really?
Yeah, I think. Could be wrong. I'm going to do research on that. Ryu from Street Fighter versus Mario.
Mario! We should all grow a mustache just for this next episode and just have our moustaches.
I shaved today. I could have.
I did too.
Yeah.
Let it grow.
Baby face. Wow. Good episode again.
Yes. Let's see. After the video game bracket, what I want to do is maybe do like a live video. You take the 4 winners of each of the brackets. You assign them a number, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm going to roll a d4. And that will place them in the sides of the brackets, respectively. Does that sound copacetic?
Are we closing the episode still?
What?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Is this a part of the episode?
Let's close this episode. Guys, go watch us on Podbean. Culture Podcast. If you don't listen to us, I'm going to come
out there
outside of your windows until you listen. So if you hear any weird noises, it's gonna be me totally. I'm so proud of these episodes. Our medium is podcast. Listen to us, you bunch of pansies. Listen.
Even
if you did not, if you kind of got angry at Danny's speech, what he said was, go listen to us at Podbean. That is our podcast, so you can listen to us. You don't have an excuse anymore. There are no more excuses. We don't want to watch a YouTube video. Wow. Now you can listen to us. You have no excuse now. And like you said, if you don't do it, he's going to be standing right outside your house. You know who's going to be at the other window? Me.
Yeah. I might do it either way. Yeah.
I'm not a kidnapper, but I'm not above it.
Okay.
We're heading now. This is more true to nature.
Anyway, I'll link our Podbean link down in the description as well. Our RSS feed is there. We're looking to branch into other apps like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, stuff like that. That's in the works. Hopefully, that will be here sooner than later. Still working out the kinks on that. But for now, Podbean is our main platform. Go listen to us there. You can download the app. You can download our episodes. That way you can listen to them whenever you want. Listen to them in the car. You're at the gym when they open. If you're out and about at the store, maybe you're on a jog, a light jog. Who knows? I don't jog because I'm fat. That's neither here nor there. So yeah, Goku moving on to the ultimate bracket, facing Palpatine, Superman. Who knows? So yeah, Follow us on our social medias. Those will also be down in the description as well. Yeah. Call your mom. She misses you. She loves you.
Call your mom. Come into Comics and Kicks. All these episodes are going to be on loop whenever I'm not terrified of this COVID-19 virus. So maybe in a year.
Check us out. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You'll hear that again in a few seconds. Listen to us on Podbean. Tell us what you think. Make sure you hit that like button. We don't have enough followers, so follow us. Maybe we'll do a giveaway or a shout out at some point. Just please like us. No, I'm just kidding. Excited for this next episode for sure.
It's gonna be a fun one. So from all of us here at the Deep Culture Podcast, thank you all for watching. We bid thee adieu.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, hey, like what you saw? Check us out. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Thank you.